Have you enjoyed your careers so far at the bar, Victoria?
Yes, increasingly. I think definitely the first couple of years there was an atmosphere of general fear and trepidation in my heart, and I've got over that. Sounds a bit, I think more and more I really do like it, and you do get a buzz when things go well, and you get better at getting over things when they don't quite go according to plan.
Yeah, dealing with disappointments actually is really a key component as well. When things go badly wrong, we haven't talked about that. It's very difficult, and you go through a kind of period of mourning almost if you lose a case. And there's no way of shortening that period. It happens to everybody, doesn't it, Brie? Even the most successful lawyers. It is a difficult thing to have to deal with, and it's something that I don't think is probably talked about enough, how you deal with the emotions of losing a case. Your own emotions, never mind having to deal with your client's emotions. Your own emotions, your sense of failure, the way in which you kind of chastise yourself. Should I have done this? Should I have done that? Could I have asked that question? And just to have to learn how to cope with that, which, as I say, it's a universal feeling that all lawyers have, all barristers have. You live with it, you get through it, and you get on to the next thing. But I think it is important to say that, because you don't want to feel you're the only person who's lost a case and are feeling awful. It happens to everybody.
And that goes back to the sort of collegiate atmosphere you were saying. If you chat to people and go and speak to someone about when you're feeling like that, you realise everyone is in the same boat. Everyone has been through it in varying degrees, but everyone has been through it. And that's kind of what brings it back, and you realise that it's not all terrible and doom and gloom. And that, but yeah, you do take losses personally, and I've had very few at the minute, but even still, it's hard to take, and that is something you're not taught about. You're not taught what to do.
But have I enjoyed my careers, even with that? I thought that was important to make that point, because I think everybody tends to forget that it's, there is that you do need to deal with all that. Have I enjoyed my 2 careers? Yes, hugely. I'm very happy doing what I do now, and I certainly enjoyed my 20 odd years at the bar before that. Yes, I think, as I said earlier, I think if you can get into the law, be a barrister, you will on the whole have a pretty good time, and we're all very lucky to be here. I think it's a fantastic career, really. I genuinely do think that.
Cam, so far?
Yeah, so far definitely.
Even though you're at the difficult stage of pupillage?
I think if there's ever a stage, and if there's ever been a stage throughout the year when I've either doubted things or questioned whether you're good enough, etc., because those always happen. You have the imposter syndrome. I'm sure everyone realised that, and that never stops throughout the career. When is something you found out? I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. And you have that. I sit and I always step back and go, what can I see myself doing? What else can I see myself doing? Is there anything else I would like to do? And then the simple answer is no. And this is what I enjoy doing. And I have so many friends that come in from various other jobs, and all they do is complain and about how much they hate work and about everything else. And yes, I might be tired, and yes, it might be hard work, but I never say I don't want to do this anymore. And that never happens. And I realise then, and I quickly get over any fear I've got, because I realise actually this is what I want to do, and this is what I thoroughly enjoy doing.
And you,
Same for me.
Brie?
Same for me. 30 years in, there's still a new challenge. It stretches me intellectually, it stretches my understanding of people and things that happen. There are always new things to learn. Not just the law, yes, the law, but also, you suddenly find yourself learning how, I don't know, a water purifying plant works, all sorts of random things. If you're nosy,
it's good for people
who are curious. It's a fantastic career.
And
so always
and understanding people, as you said.
The independence of being self-employed, I love. The fact that actually it is down to me, and you were talking about the sort of sense of failure and having to deal with that, but actually the highs and lows that come with that make me feel alive.
I think there is a downside to being self-employed that should be just flagged, in that there isn't that financial security that comes with other work. So you might come home from work from paid employment and grumble and whatever, but at least you've got the certainty of a set salary at the end of the month with most jobs, not all. Whereas with the bar, you do some work and you bill for it, but then you have no idea when you're going to get paid for it. And that was a real, and in some cases and that has been quite a thing for me to get used to, having been an employee previously, and it wasn't something I quite appreciated. So I just wanted to say it's not for the faint-hearted. You need to be used, or get used to that degree of financial insecurity, especially in the early years.
I think you're absolutely right. That it's not for the faint-hearted is absolutely, I think, also why, if you aren't the faint-hearted, if you're the right sort of person to actually enjoy the challenges, it's such a fantastic career.
I think there's one other thing I think is an important characteristic which you need, and that's just physical strength and stamina, which we haven't talked about. I've just suddenly thought of that. It does involve getting up early, travelling, carrying heavy books, heavy files. These things may not seem very important, but physical strength and stamina are crucial to this job.
Absolute stamina, yes. I think there are disabled barristers, so who can adapt their particular practice. But you're absolutely right.
Strength, I suppose. Resilience, strength of character, resilience. I don't know how you want to describe it. Which also has a physical component. Are also to be borne in mind. You can't say, I don't feel like going to court today, for example.
You need to be reliable.
You need to be, reliability is key, isn't it? I do think that.
So we all recommend a career at the bar?
Yes, we do.
Yes,
definitely.
I always think one of the things that puts it ahead of so many other things I see contemporaries doing is you come to the bar to do something you think you'll love. And as you get more and more senior and the more you go on, the more and better of the thing you love you get to do. Most other jobs, you find yourself being moved into management and things and leaving the thing you loved behind.
Oh, yes.
But at the bar you don't, it just gets better.
Yes. Good.
Well, thank you very much for listening to our discussion. We hope that was useful to you. Goodbye.